What is going on? What is up, everybody at the HG Network? What is up, everybody at the HG Network? My name is Tyler Hill. I am today's host, and we are going to be talking about Solana because we just got some news not too long ago that I think has many more implications than most people think. Now, today we're going to be talking about the news that Pantera Capital has come out and purchased another drove of some of the FTX estate Solana tokens, and so I want to talk about exactly what this means, how much they bought, and much more in terms of that nature. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, looking at Solana itself, Solana has been... What is up, my friends at the HG? What is going on, HG Network, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I am today's host, Tyler Hill, and as per usual, we are going to be taking a look at some recent news that we got from Solana, because I do think that this is actually extremely important, especially for the state of the market in which we are seeing from Solana right now. And so with that in mind, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, looking at the recent news, of course, today we can see that Pantera Capital has come out and won a 2,000 Solana token bid, currently valued roughly around $288,000 from the FTX estate. Now, if you don't remember who Pantera Capital is, this is a venture capitalist fund that invests into some of the biggest and some of the best companies in the world. I mean, if we just go out and we just look at some of the ones they've invested into, there's so many that you're going to recognize, like Circle, like Coinbase Earn, I mean, Fast Break Labs, some of the biggest in the space. And if you've heard the name Pantera Capital recently, it's likely because you remember the fact that they purchased $250 million worth of Solana tokens from the bankrupt FTX estate just about a month and a half ago. Now, so obviously, considering they purchased upwards of $200 million worth of Solana tokens, you may say, well, how is them purchasing $288,000 worth of tokens even that important? Well, I actually think it's extremely important. Reason number one is the fact that before, when they had purchased the tokens, was before we saw Solana really start to pull back as a result of the network congestion issues that we saw. If you remember, of course, we saw Solana really go through it. I mean, there was like, 15 to 20 days where Solana just was not working that good. 80 to 90% of transactions failing, no one truly being able to use it, everyone pissed off, myself included. And of course, I was concerned, like, how are the whales going to react to this? You know, are they going to start to sell their tokens? Are they going to hold their tokens? What's going to be the repercussions of this? And, well, realistically, it seems to be quite the opposite. I mean, you have to think about the fact that we saw that network congestion, which could have thrown many people off. But instead, what happens is that Pantera Capital now comes out and says, I know it's not really much compared to the 200 million that we purchased before, but if there's any more Solana tokens that we can buy, we'll double down and we'll buy those. And so realistically, is $288,000 worth of tokens going to move the needle for their $200 million plus portfolio? No, not really. But it just goes to show that they are trying to get their hands on as much Solana as they absolutely possibly can. And that to me is huge. That to me tells me that they are truly out there to get as much Solana as possible. And this is kind of being shown and reflected through the majority of your whale networks. I mean, we're still seeing net inflows happening for the Solana ecosystem. We're still seeing the Solana ecosystem having liquidity injected into it, and even after the network congestion that we saw before. I'm sure if you saw my own the video that I posted not too long ago talking about what was happening with Bloomberg saying that all those other chains basically sucked but Solana, it just goes to show that what we saw from that network outage wasn't something that shook people. It wasn't something that scared the true Solana investors, and it just goes to show why Solana is what it is, and it is where it is. And where it is outperforming the vast majority of all other altcoins within the top 10, especially within the top 20. And so with that in mind, I just wanted to update you and tell you that I thought this news that we saw was actually extremely important, extremely bullish. It just goes to show that whales are still finding Solana extremely valuable, and that if they can get their hands on it at a discount by any means, they absolutely will do so. And I think that's super bullish for all of us, especially in a time where Solana's pulling back. So of course, I hope you guys do enjoy these quick updates, talking about Solana, talking about some of the other major cryptos. If you do, you can always let us know quite simply and easily by smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.